Record as well, Lovey.
Yeah. So hi everyone. I am so excited to be welcoming you to our second training for the week. So this is really unusual, but welcome Team Heart Australia to a Team Heart website launch. Guys, before we launch, I just want to give you two announcements quickly. The first one is that if you have not yet opted in to join us for the February Blitz, please make sure that I know or G knows, but by the end of tonight, so we can add you into a special group that we've started. Okay, in this group, guys, it's going to be full on from tomorrow, and that we've got daily stuff we're going to be doing with this team. So please, if you want to opt in, just let us know. If you don't know what it's about, please go watch last night's training. Watch the back end of it, the last half an hour. That's really what it's about. The other thing I want to mention to you guys is you're going to see as we go through what Rachel has designed and what Rachel and Tara launched today, you'll see that part of what they've done is they've created an incredible 12-week training program. And so what we're going to do, and I'm going to give you dates and times and all this stuff right now, is that when this kicks in next week, guys, some of it kicks in on Friday already, and the rest of it kicks in next week. So we are going to stop as of immediately. We're going to stop with our 8 or 12-week course. And we're going to just plug our whole team into doing this one that Team Heart is doing. And from now on, guys, this is going to become our system. So what made me so incredibly excited today, and you know, I was very touched and teary about it, is that, you know, Rachel has taken, I wouldn't even want to guess how many hours out of her business to present and to design and you know, put this whole website together for us. And she's done it with such love and care for each individual, because in Team Heart, every single person matters. So the reason we've got this new website is not to give you something additional, but it is to streamline systems so that when you bring in a new distributor, it's so simple. We all know what's step 1, what's step 2, and what is step 3. And that is how it's been broken down. The second thing, guys, that they've done is they've designed a new landing page for us. So what is a landing page? You may not know the terminology of that. Well, a landing page is like a one-stop page that you can send to a new prospect. So it's a one-stop page. You're going to see it now. G's going to show you about it, and she's going to talk a little bit about how it works. But it's called abcyellowpill.com. So, guys, you know at the moment we use the ABC video, but it's so antiquated. Oftentimes we don't really want to use it. Well, I don't really, because I think I don't want the person to think, you know, this stuff is so old, because it actually isn't. It's really modern, and it's like the latest technology. But we just needed somebody to make the effort to go and revamp the ABC. And that is what Team Heart did for us. So with no further ado, I am going to hand over to G to explain and introduce the reason why we've gone from the old system. So let me just run through this, guys. So it's become outdated. Our website really, you know, a lot of the stuff on there, especially for us in Australia, a lot of the stuff on there was outdated. It was old information. Some of it actually was even a little bit, I guess, tacky, but it served its purpose, and it was wonderful up to now, but it was time to have it improved and updated. So that's why this whole project happened. So there's also a much better flow in the website. So you'll see that it really helps guide a brand new distributor through to Pro 1, Pro 2, Pro 3, from Pro 3 up to Pro 5, and then it sort of goes up to the elite levels, and there's different training. So the flow is beautiful. There's no more confusion. You know, you'll see when you have a look at this site, and we're going to actually go into the website soon, you'll see that there's no more confusion. And it was sort of like there were like blocks of information, whereas now it just flows really easily. It's a lot better organized, it's more modern, it feels really contemporary and modern, and it's got all the new comp plan and tools and stuff on there. So guys, I'm going to hand over to G, and she's going to share with you what they've done with the ABC video and how we can now use abcyellowpill.com. Thanks, G.
Hi guys. I became so excited when I ended up seeing this today, because I just thought this is a game changer. You know, when well, one, I often find that sometimes you go, I don't know what to send somebody. Do I send them 5 videos, or I wish I'd sent them this other video, but then you don't want to bombard them. And I just think this has been just designed. Team Heart have just designed this. So it's our own website now that we can just send to somebody. If somebody says, I'd like some information, we just send them www.abcyellowpill.com. They've actually put a voiceover on the front of the ABC old video. So they've kind of brought it up to date and explained that there is a reason why there's that this was brought out in 1995, and, they explain it. And then it's 11 minutes long. And then when it gets to the end of that video, then they show all the patents, they show all the peer-reviewed studies that have happened, and then they say an update now on where Protandim is today. And they've tagged into it the NRF2 video. So that LifeVantage one, the one that's a bit spacey and robotic and things like that. So that's all in one, which I just think is incredible that now we just have. So it's called the LifeVantage NRF2 technology video. So it's bringing the old and the new, because sometimes you didn't know when you were sending it to millennial people and just different people, whether they looked at it and just thought, oh my gosh, this looks so old and outdated. Now it actually looks really clean, slick, and it actually gives it credibility, because it shows that it's been around for a long time, but that we've kept up to date with the latest technology and things like that. So you can now literally just send everybody this video or this link, and then you actually say to people, so you can use it as your tool or whatever, or else you send it to them before you actually have a launch party or whatever like that. So just up the top, if you have a look at, Charlotte, the next slide, does that go into the actual drop downs of the patients and research and stuff like that? The next slide. No.
Sorry, G, I'm not sure, but before we move on there, can I just add something in here, guys? And, the whole idea for this new website, as I said before, is to make things really simple, step by step by step, duplicatable system for every new distributor. That's what we want. Most people leave network marketing because they don't know what to do. They don't get the accurate tools or the training of what to do. So as G said, your first stop now, your first thing you're going to do when somebody says to you, what is that little yellow pill, or tell me about your opportunity, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to send abcyellowpill.com. Okay? I want to give you a warning here. When they can click through, and they can on this page, and we're going to go in there now, when they click through to sign up, it goes to the generic LifeVantage page. So always make sure at that stage that they know your ID number, or that you sent the other link for signing up. Just remember that, okay? I just want to say that before we forget. So your first thing, guys, you're going to do, make notes of this, please. Number 1 is you send this link. Number 2 is you're going to invite them onto a launch call. So that's like a Zoom or a 3-way on the phone with either myself, G, one of the leaders, or your sponsor, or whoever you feel comfortable to ask to help you. That's your second stop, is a launch call, a webinar, or a home meeting. Now, you guys saw, and I want to encourage you, I'm going to show you in a minute as well, where to find our Australia webinar, the new one we've just recorded. They've actually put at the forefront of that video, they've put the new Team Heart video, which gives a beautiful 3-minute introduction of who we are as Team Heart. And then it goes on to our Australia webinar. It's 33 minutes long, and it's got everything in there they need to know about the company, about the product, about the timing, about us as a team, about the compensation plan, and about trends, and how to start, the different packs. So number one, you send the abcyellowpill.com link. Number two, you hook them up onto some kind of a webinar or an online Zoom or a home meeting. And in between that, you get on the phone to them. Do not just message. So when somebody has watched this video, you should be making a call saying, what did you love most about it? What got you the most excited? And then the person shares it with you. Then you say, the next step in the process is that I'm going to share a webinar with you that gives you more information about the company, more information about the compensation plan. Okay, guys, this is all about having a duplicatable, simple system that we can all follow. Gee, I'll have a look quickly what's on the next one. But if it's not on there, we can just share. I can actually go into G and we can do it live. Okay, it's not on there. So hold on a sec. I'm just going to go live into it. And then you can tell them what's on. Actually, I've already saved it up here. Come on. Is that what you're looking for, G?
No, I can't see it. I was just looking for abcyellowpill.com, so I could have just gone through the top. So if you just zoom out of this.
Okay, can you, why is it doing that? I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, this is it. Can you see it?
No.
What are you seeing?
Just your screen of the PowerPoint presentation.
Oh. Okay, wait, let me stop share and I'll share again. Hey guys, hang in there with us. It's coming. I promise you it's going to be worth it. Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
So guys, yeah, so this is what it's going to look like now, the abcyellowpill.com. So you'll see up the top that it's got ABC Prime Time, which they've updated, and you can go in and have a look. Then the next one is research. And if you click on that, please, Charlotte, I'll just show you. This is brilliant because you know the way people are always like, oh, the medicine man says, and I read a blog that said pretending was a load of rubbish and da-da-da. Now you can just go and send them this and they go on this Google Scholar. So if you click on Google Scholar up there, when you go into it, it brings you into Google, but it's all been pre-programmed to just bring up all the Protandem. So it's all PDFs on Protandem and great things written about Protandem, which is fantastic. So if we go just backspace there, and then it just shows pubmed.gov. They will need to put in the PubMed. So underneath it shows all the universities that PubMed that have done peer-reviewed studies, and then the peer-reviewed studies research is under here. You can just go in and do search results, oxidative stress with pubmed.gov. And then if you go across here, you can go to pubmed.gov, search results Protandem. And if you click on that, then it just brings up, sorry, Harry, can you shut your door? It literally, can you click on that, Charlotte, if you go into PubMed where it says search results pro tandem?
Yeah.
The one across the third one. Yeah. And then basically it just brings you straight into the published medical journals with all the peer review, the 22 studies there. So this is a great tool that basically the amount of times we're like, what video do I send them as well? They're a chiropractor or they really want to do the research. Here, the flexibility, and Rachel's adding more. I gave her a couple of more suggestions of a couple of other videos. So she said it's not just these. She's going to put in another couple. So we've just got, people can have as much information or as least information as they want. But at least you're just giving them choices that they can jump in and see. And then we've got Chasing Life, which is really exciting. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, where he actually talks about pro tandem in his book. So it's just giving us all this credibility when you see Dr. Maniscalco, all these different doctors talking about NRF2 and pro tandem and everything like that, which is really exciting. And then up the top again, we have all our patents. And then you get people asking, so underneath the patents is just showing all our patents, which again shows credibility. It's showing, that it's all the US ones, so it hasn't put in the overseas, but still they'll probably add them in. But still, it's just showing that we are, a reputable company, frequently asked questions, and this basically is all the facts about pro tandem, which is really good because so many times people say, can I find out exactly what ingredients or what amount of this and this and this? So if you just click on that, Charlotte, the frequently asked questions, it basically comes up with everything. And they've just pulled it out of LifeVantage, but at least you don't have to go and start sending more information to people. Are the ingredients organic? Are the raw ingredients tested? When you really get somebody and they start asking you some ridiculous questions, at least now you can say, if you go back to that website that I sent you, click under frequently asked questions, you'll be able to look. So it's just a fantastic tool, guys. Like, we really shouldn't need to be sending anything else to anyone. And as Charlotte said, where it says get started here, this is really exciting. It basically goes straight in to welcome and your country. And there straight away they can enroll as a distributor or as a customer. So you will need to keep the communication lines open before then. And they just go straight in. You can either order for them, or if they're ordering, make sure that they've got your ID number. Because if you go through that section that Charlotte was just going through, it does come up and it will say, once you get to the enrollment information, it does come up saying who enrolled you, and you need an ID number. So you will need to be giving your ID number to people. Otherwise, they won't be able to get through, or you'll have to be emailing and it gets to be a pain. So isn't this exciting? Who's excited? Thumbs up if you're excited about this amazing tool. Isn't it amazing? I just think this is going to be a game changer, guys, for all of us. I'm just so excited by this because I like the science. So yeah, so that's the new tool, which is going to be great. So back over to you, Shar.
Thanks, G. It is just incredible, guys, because, before I used to think, well, should I send the ABC or should I send Nerve 2, like which one? But now they've merged those two videos. They've even put a little bit in there about us as a company. It's a brilliant, brilliant tool. So how easy is this for us now? You send us one tool, you then get back on the phone, you hook them up into a webinar, and then we close the deal. So now in terms of you as a distributor, me as a distributor, we need to look at the actual, sorry, I'm just going to find again where I've got to be here. We need to have a look now at the flow, guys. So please take notes, because until you get used to the website, it may take you a little bit of time. But we need to get used to the flow now of what are you going to show your distributors. When you get a new distributor come in, what are you going to show them? Where do they start? Okay, so let's have a quick look. So guys, What I love, can you give me thumbs up? Can you see that slide? Yeah, okay. What I love about our logo is it's actually got a deep meaning behind it. This logo wasn't just thought up one day, okay? This logo, and if you have a look at the original one too, it's quite interesting that 3 of the hearts were one color and 1 of the hearts was a darker color. And it wasn't done intentionally, it just happened to be. But as Team Heart has grown and emerged and developed, the true meaning has come out of why that one heart was a darker color. So if you have a look at this logo here, the bottom is the colored one, and that's step 1 because we start at the bottom, okay? We start at a launch. And what you need to do is execute a minimum of 3 launch events your first 30 days and present the LifeVantage story to 30 people. So when you bring in a new distributor, you're going to say to them, right, we're going to start at step 1. And when we go and look at the website now, you'll see how easy it is. We're starting at step 1. What do you need to do? The first thing you need to do is make a list. And we're going to have 3 launch parties for you in the first 30 days. That could be at your home, or that could be online, or that could be at your girlfriend's house, whatever. We're going to do 3 launch parties for you, and you're going to invite at least 30 people we're going to have attend these 3 different launch parties. You can do calls, you can do parties, you can do one-on-one presentations. It's totally up to you. But this is when you launch. You know, when you're new in a business, you've got to launch. You don't just start slowly. You've got to launch because it's a great opportunity to get to talk to as many people in your world as quickly as you can. Have a sense of urgency. You only start a business once, and hit that first rank in the compensation plan and create your story. So, you know, I want to say a massive congratulations to Bev Flynn. Some of you may know her. Some of you may have met her on the Gold Coast when we had our event. This is a brand new distributor, guys. She's been with us, I think, about 10 days. And today she's gone Pro 1 by bringing in other distributors, by selling product to customers. She has enrolled, I don't even want to guess, I think it could be 10 or 12 people in the last 10 days. That's how you launch. Okay, you launch like that because it really gives you a platform to build on. So the tool here is called a launch guide. And you're going to see when we get into the website once again, under step 1, the launch, there's a launch guide. So your new distributor needs to print that out and basically follow it step by step. So the desired outcome after your launch or after the first 30 days is Pro 1, which means 1,000 points in volume in your whole business and a minimum of 1 leg. Look at the beautiful launch guide. Here's a picture of it, and when you get into the website, you'll be able to go into that document and have a look at the information in there. But I think it's going to give us a sneak peek quickly. Yes, look, let's peek inside. So what is there? Getting started checklist. Set your goals, set up a website to start enrolling, qualify to be paid. So it explains how does the order ship and all that work. Set up your database. So make your list, okay? Then from there, it talks about a contact tracker. So it's got this amazing document in there. Look how you track it. There's the names. Have they seen the ABC? Have I invited them to a launch event? Simple as. Those are the steps. Put the name in, send them the ABC, launch event. The next thing is invite. Now, Rachel has put together some beautiful scripts here. Very plain, very simple to use, very much applicable to just about everybody in our world. Go in there and have a look, guys. Again, this is to make it so simple and easy for a new distributor. What do I say? Go to your launch guide. It's under step number 3. There's ideas of a script. Number 4 is tell the story. So how many times a day do you tell the story, and set your dates for your launches? Do you know, guys, I found in my business that when I set a date to have a launch party, it happens. When I sort of think I'll get to it, it doesn't happen. When I set the date, I stress like crazy. I work harder, but it happens. I make it happen because the date I'm accountable. You know, the date is a confirmation and a commitment. Number 5 is follow up. So it explains, how do you follow up? What do you do? What do you say? Number 6 is how to close and how to resolve concerns. And number 7 is how to be accountable in my own business. Stuff like, I've got to track my leads. I've got to know when I'm working every day. I've got to know when I work what I've got to do. Those basic things. And guys, if you've read the blueprint, these 7 steps are actually taken straight out of the LifeVantage blueprint, and we've just worded them a bit easier and nicer for you to understand. Okay, so simple as, number 1, person launches, it's just you and them, you work with them. Pro 1 is an average earning of $92 a month, minimum volume of 1,000, minimum PV, which is your personal volume, and an order ship is 100, minimum leg is 1. You're earning from your team's activity 2% on the first level and 5% on the second level. So we won't go into too much of that now, but that's basically just what happens when you're a Pro 1. Until you hit Pro 1, you do nothing else, but you focus on the launch guide. So if one of your distributors comes to you and says, I need training on Facebook, or I want you to help me set up a YouTube channel, you say no. If they're not a Pro 1 yet, you say no. Go back to the launch guide and follow the steps in the launch guide until you Pro 1. Those are the basic invite, enroll, invite, enroll, invite, enroll until you hit Pro 1. Okay? Now, very exciting is step number 2. Step number 2 is learn. And look, the little heart is now moved up. It's sitting on the left-hand side halfway. And the action is personally enroll 5 new distributors and help them launch correctly. Now, guys, this is not saying bring in 5 distributors on a platinum pack or bring them in on a starter kit. It doesn't matter. This is about bringing in 5 distributors and duplicating with them. Not just bringing them in and leaving them. No, duplicating with them. From day 1, know what their goals are. Set the goals with them. If you help 5 new personals go to Pro 1 in your business, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be Pro 3. So month 2, you go find 5 new distributors. Or you may already have some of them from month 1. You now help them each to get to 1,000 points, and you are Pro 3. Once you Pro 3, you'll open up the launch bonus and generational matching bonuses for you. And you earn more money. You know, guys, the company statistics says that once somebody is a Pro 3 in LifeVantage, they stay on average for 67 months. That's over 5 years. Okay, so Pro 3s are what we call building blocks in our business. So I look at it like a building. If you're building a building out of bricks, you need Pro 3s. They are the bricks to build our business. Okay, and some people will be happy to stay a Pro 3 for a long time because they're earning $500 a month residual. That's a nice income. That'll pay somebody's car, or maybe school fees, or maybe that holiday for the year. It's a nice income. So now what happens, guys, when you hit Pro 3, something incredible in Team Heart is that you now qualify to access what we call the lead school. Now, the lead school is all the upper end training. Okay, it is an incredible training. I've been through there. I've had a look. And what happens is that Tara and Rachel and the other Pro 7s, there's 2 Pro 7s, there's Lisa Panton, and then there's Kelly as well. They will be doing a 12-week course, which is teaching you every single thing you need to know. You know, once I'm Pro 7, once G's Pro 7, we actually will start helping to do the training worldwide. So these are the stepping stones for us. Once you hit Pro 3, you get invited to join the lead school training. And guys, it is so incredible that Tara and Rachel have put it out now saying that the first lead school starts, I think it's on Tuesday. I've got the dates coming up soon. And once you've completed the 12 weeks, they will actually at global acknowledge you in front of the whole Team Heart team, and they will be giving you a really special gift to say, well done, you finished your course. Okay, and you'll see in a minute what that is going to entail. So there's a beautiful tool. It's called the Learn and Earn Guide. You know, again, guys, there's a tool for us. So step 1, you start, you launch, you work with a launch guide. Step 2, you know, Pro 2, Pro 3, you work with a Learn and Earn Guide. And this is go find 5 distributors, help them each get 1,000 points, and you there. And the Learn and Earn Guide will show you more of what you can do. So let's have a peek inside. Again, guys, beautiful document. And now it's a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more now than just invite and, you know, what to say and follow up. It now talks about you got to become a product of the product. You got to know your story. You should, in 30 seconds, if somebody says to you, what do? You should be able to tell them and not be boring. Tell them so that they're intrigued and they want to know more in 30 seconds. So those things come later on and we learn them, okay? You reflect a lot more on what you do. Launch, learn, lead. That's the system of Team Heart. Launch is step 1, learn is step 2. Once you become Pro 3, you move on to step 3, which is the lead school. And from there, guys, it's just so exciting, the stuff. You won't believe it when you get in, then you can have a look at the training. There's multitudes of training, like top-end stuff that I cannot wait to watch myself. I haven't even seen it. So this Learn and Earn Guide also helps you to set your targets. It helps you to reach your goals. You know, it just goes into a lot more information and detail later on. So what we've tried to create here, as I've said before, guys, is a tracking system as well so that you can stay accountable. You know you've got to do 15 presentations in a month if you want to walk in this business. Okay, guys, it is essential. When I say presentation, what I mean, it could be one-on-one. It could be you doing a presentation with one of your distributors to a prospect. It could be a team, like a house meeting. That's a presentation. So even one-on-ones, you sharing the story is a presentation. If you want to walk in your business, now let me tell you that nobody just stands still in their business in network marketing. You're either growing or you're going backwards. So if you want to walk at a pace that's comfortable to you, 15 presentations a month is a must. If you don't do 15 presentations a month, I can almost guarantee you your business will be going backwards. So if you want to run, do 30, double it. And if you want to fly, guys, do 90 presentations in a month. Now, let me clarify. You would never do 90 presentations every month because you will burn out. There's no way you can do that, okay? Maybe some people, but majority of us couldn't do that. But what all successful network marketers do and have done is they have 30-day blitzes. So for the 30 days, you just work yourself, you know, really happy. You just work. You do as many presentations as you can. You really just focus on that, which is what we're going to do for February. And then you fly. It's like it gives your business this massive kickstart. You know, guys, a great analogy is if you look at an airplane wanting to take off. What does it do? It goes full power to get lift up, and then once it gets up in the sky, it levels its power, doesn't it? And the same thing happens in this business. So you do want to have moments where you go full steam and then you sort of reconcile. Then you go full steam and you reconcile. If you've never done one of those, you really need to. Okay, those blitzes are crucial. So guys, also there's a lovely presentation tracker now. I can't wait to print this out because for me, this is going to be a game changer. Okay, so now I can track. I can write in there for the month of February, I'm going to do 30 presentations or 60 or whatever. And I can track, did I do them or didn't I? Because oftentimes it's the not tracking that gets us in trouble. So this is just a book list, guys. If you you know, concerned about your self-development, which you should be, because one of the biggest things we do in network marketing is self-development. You want to make sure that you read some of these books. You know, maybe take one a month. If you're a slow reader, do one every 2 months. But commit and say by the end of this year, I'm going to have read 6 new books or 12 new books or whatever works for you. Do you know what? If you start today, even if you just read one book every 3 months, you are improving. That's all that matters. It's just that we are improving. Right, so Pro 3, guys, is learn. And an average earnings here, as I mentioned to you guys, is $500 a month. You guys know this. You need 5,000 volume, 100 minimum to earn some commission. And you at Pro 3, you start qualifying for 2 things extra. The one is the generational matching bonus. And the other one is the launch bonuses, that new one that's just come in the other day. Now, I am straight after this, I've got my PowerPoints all finished to do a compensation plan training. So I'm going to record that and I'll put it up tonight for you. In case you don't know what is a generational matching bonus and you don't know what's a launch bonus, I'm going to explain it in pretty much detail for you so you will learn. So number 3, launch bonus, earn a bonus on all enrollment packs. This is that launch bonus I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll just skip through that for now, but this is incredible. You want to get a Pro 3. Guys, there's 3 levels in this business that you should just put your absolute, like put head down, bum up and go. Pro 3 is the first one because that's where you start opening the comp plan. Pro 5 is brilliant because that's where the company says, hey, we've taken notice of you. You're going to be taken to a Pro 5 summit overseas somewhere, and we are going to spend quality time training you and quality time building team with you. That's a key thing to happen. So Pro 3 to earn more, Pro 5 to be noticed by the company, and Pro 7 is the place to get to, because Pro 7 opens the elite bonuses. Guys, the elite bonus, one share at the moment, I'm told, is 5,000 Aussie dollars a month. That's a lot of money. Okay, so you want to focus on those 3. So guys, the generational matching bonus and the launch bonus is going to be explained to you in the comp plan in a minute. So I'll just keep going through here because there's a few more slides. So the action, what do you do when you want to get a Pro 3 and higher? So participate in the 12-week lead school. So this is now you Pro 3, you've been invited, you can get the password to get into this. You now want to participate in the 12-week video system. And initially it's going to be calls, but those calls will be recorded and the videos are going to be available for you to do. So how does Rachel or Charlotte or G or Tara or Karen or, how do we know that you've done it? Well, what the requirement is that you get a notepad and a pen, and as you start going through video number 1 or the live session number 1, you write down notes. And at the end of the 12, you send your notes through to Rachel and she will tick you off as qualified. You'll be issued with a certificate and you'll be issued with a gift. Now, guys, this is not to bribe you. It's merely to reward you for what you've done. But I believe the big reward is going to lie in the training that you're going to receive. It's going to change you. There's mindset stuff there. I've seen Tara's mindset video. Amazing. So we all need those kind of skills. So the desired outcome here is that you're going to be Pro 5 and beyond. Okay, so what we intend is that the minute you hit Pro 3, you go into the lead school. And with all the training and coaching that's going to be available in there for you, you will get a Pro 5 and beyond. Okay, and that's what we want to see. So that just shows you what Pro 5 should look like with the 5 different legs or 4 legs, depending on how you've built. I'll just move through there quickly. So guys, if you have a look at this icon here or our little logo, this is where I got really touched today, because the one heart that's always been a different color stands for love in this team. And the greatest human desire is to be loved and to be accepted. And Team Heart is bigger than product. It's about transforming humankind with our kindness. And guys, I know that most people today are craving love. People are craving acceptance, and they just don't get it. So it is so important for me as an individual and as a leader of this team to say to you, let's be different. Let's be different. Team Heart is about loving and supporting. And this is one of the reasons why this website has been designed for you, is to love on you and to support on you. And to, to show you that as leaders, we care about you. We care about your success. If you ever felt like you just came in here because your sponsor wanted to make some commission on you, that's not Team Heart. Team Heart is about, we want to see you succeed. You know, we work ridiculous hours until heaven knows what time because we prepare stuff like this for you because we care. We really do care about you. So know today that you're in this team that has a much bigger vision and a bigger heart than just LifeVantage, okay? You'll be absolutely blown away when you see the different charities and support groups and stuff that people in this team do and have. When I was in Mexico, I happened to speak to a few of the girls, and to hear the stuff that they do, the kind of people they are, the character, it really is heartwarming. So guys, one thing you've got to know in this industry is that failure is guaranteed. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, failure is guaranteed. You have a look at all the guys that have ever succeeded. They have failed at some time. They've fallen flat on their nose, and they've had to make a decision to get up again, keep going, or are they going to just stay down on the ground? And, you know, we all make mistakes. And I'm the first one to say to you as a leader that I apologize if I've made, and I'm sure I have made mistakes and I've maybe, you know, not quite done what was expected. But understand, guys, that we have one heart and we all want to work together. So we do make mistakes, but in here, we want to treat one another with respect. And we want to treat one another with honor. And it's not about us as individuals, it's about us as a team and what we can do best for this team. It's leading with a heart-driven attitude and always doing our best and picking ourselves up when we fall down. And it's about picking that person up next to you when you see them fall down. You know, they may not be in your downline. They may not be one of your team or in your leg. What does it matter? Just reach out to the person. If you see somebody is struggling, or, you know, you can see somebody sounds a little bit down, reach out to them and say, hey, are you okay? You know, do you want a cyber hug? Whatever, just do, guys, become more aware of that, because when we do that, it creates such a brilliant foundation for us. If you do things with the right intention, I truly believe that God will surely bless your business. You know, if you believe in the universe or in, you know, whatever your belief system, there's no one belief system in Team Heart. We love and support everyone. But surely, guys, if we do the right thing with the right heart and intention, your business will be blessed and so will mine. So isn't that beautiful? Anybody excited? Or was it just me? Awesome. Yeah, guys, so let's recap. What's your next step? If you're not yet a Pro 1, you got to get to Pro 1. How am I going to get to Pro 1? You go into teamheart.net and you look through the launch guide. You follow that launch guide step by step. Okay? Number 2, so this is our system. Number 2, what do I do after I've hit Pro 1? Now you're going to run to Pro 3. Note, run to Pro 3. Not walk, not crawl. And why? Because, guys, when you're new in the business, that's the best time to put in all your effort. Okay, because later on, as anything, it's like when you got a new car, you just want to go drive everywhere because it feels so awesome. But 3 months down the line, you're like, oh, that thing is dirty. You know, it's not as exciting anymore. And it's the same with this business. You want to run to Pro 3. So by the end of 60 days, you could be Pro 3. Okay, and you should be. Everybody should be Pro 3. How do you do that? You follow our Learn and Earn guide. Print these out, please. Work through them. If you're already a Pro 1, it doesn't matter. Go print out the launch guide. Go print out the Learn and Earn guide. I've printed all mine already, and, you know, I've had a good look through them. And the next thing is, now I'm Pro 3, what happens? Holy moly, welcome. You are now in part of the elite group, sort of, you know, elite, not meaning anything bad to anybody else, but you can now join the lead school training. You can join the 12-week course because you've sort of gotten over the very basics, and we're now ready to start teaching you a lot more stuff. So you can join the lead school, and you're going to see in a second how to get in there. So what is next for Team Heart? All hands on deck, team calls tomorrow, guys. So, you know, we're launching our 1st of February Blitz. So 28 days of just focusing on recruitment and enrollments, building our pipeline with new leads, making new contacts every day. That's how you focus on building your business. So all hands on deck. My calendar is available to all of you. If anybody needs a 3-way call, if you need a presentation done, if you want me to just speak to somebody for you, whatever it is, speak to your leaders. They are available. They're ready. They're waiting for you, okay? So now where do we go from here? So 3 key trainings coming up. And I want to encourage you guys. I know this is full on. I know, you know, many of you or most of you are not yet in the position that I'm in where I can do this full time. But bear with us, please, because this is important stuff. Okay, so number 1, there's going to be a launch webinar. And who's got to do this? So any new distributor and a distributor that's not Pro 1 yet, please join into this webinar. It's going to be Saturday morning at 10:30 Queensland time. Where do I go? Zoom 515-515-2015. Okay. So 515-515-2015, 2015, 10:30 Saturday morning, Queensland time. If you're a new distributor or you're not Pro 1 yet, please join in there. I apologize profusely. I can't be on there, and I know G can't as well, because we had a conference this weekend. We're going to see Danny Johnston in Brisbane. We've got a 3-day training conference there. So excuse us for not getting on there, but guys, if you're just new distributor or not yet Pro 1, go. If you are serious about your business and you want to be the best leader you can be for your distributors, be on there so that you can learn what is said, you can learn what is told and how people are taught when they're new. Okay? Again, guys, the launch guide is what's going to be covered. So the second training, okay, and this is now for people who are Pro 1 or higher, okay, people who are Pro 1 or higher. This training is going to be at 12 o'clock on Saturday, 12 o'clock Queensland time, Saturday afternoon. Same link, 515-515-2015. And then Lead School starts. Now, guys, the first 2 trainings are once off, and these webinars will be recorded. So from now on, when you get a new distributor, you can show them that recording. But the third one is going to be the live 12-week training. It's going to be recorded as well. So if you've got to work and you miss out on it, you can watch the recording. But you've got to stay on track. Okay, so Lead School starts Wednesday next week for us in Australia. Wednesday, 7 o'clock in the morning, Queensland time. So that's 8 o'clock New South Wales, 7:30 South Australia. I'm not sure what that is, Perth. It will be posted for you. In fact, we may run a live one on a Wednesday night. I'll just chat with G. I think we are going to run, actually play that recording for you and do a little bit of live stuff with that. So hang in there and just check our notifications. But just know that next week, Wednesday, the new 12-week starts. And who can join? Anybody Pro 3 and higher. Okay? When you join, have your notepad, have the date, have the heading of what we're doing, and make notes so that at the end of the 12 weeks, and that goes for me too, because I also want to qualify, but at the end of the 12 weeks, we will be acknowledged. We're going to get a certificate and a gift to say, well done, you have completed Lead School of Team Heart. Okay, guys? So I'm going to quickly hop onto the website because I just want to run through that very fast in 4 minutes. Is anybody excited? I know I've asked that already, but I just can't help myself.
Yes. And I want to see, does anybody else cry when they saw this video that you're going to put on? Because I cried. Yeah. I think it's an amazing video. I think some people have seen it.
Yeah. Guys, so I'm going to just quickly show you some of the main screens in the actual website. So it's the same link. Okay, it's the same link that you've gone in before, which is teamheart.net. Where is it gone now? Can you guys see that or not? No. Okay, let me try again. So it's teamheart.net, going to the same website, and if you, I don't want to say that the password on the training, guys, because it is for Team Heart only. Let me tell you guys, we've had people that have had wind of what's been done for Team Heart. We've had people from everywhere try to join us. I today, unfortunately, had to go ignore on our requests for people to join our team. This is for Team Heart only. This is for you and for your distributors, okay? So guys, this is what it looks like. This is the home page. Right at the top here, it's got the convention. And I'm not going to go through all of it now because you can go sit there and go through it yourself, but it's very self-explanatory. One thing I want to tell you is go and have a look at the Facebook group. So there's different Facebook groups. I never knew about this one. Okay, so go and have a look there and make sure you've added yourself in there. That's a great one because, for instance, you can put up a post and say, hey, Team Heart people, can you put some love on my post, please? Okay, that's what that page is used for. So go and have a look at it. It's a great little page. The next screen up here is, look, launch. So you've got a new distributor. Where do they go? They go to launch. Until they hit Pro 1, they stay at launch. If you click on launch, it's going to give you the launch guide. It's going to give you you can download it here. Then it gives you the Team Heart system, and it gives you, Rachel's still working on that page, but this gives you the beautiful new emails, welcome email letters for customers and for distributors. Okay, let me just see what's happening here. So we can't get in there now, but guys, once you go in, have a look, there's a beautiful new script for a welcome letter for distributor and for a customer. Just read through it and make sure you tweak where you got to tweak it a little bit, but it is a great wording. I love it. I'm going to start using it. So the next step, now you're Pro 1. You now want to get a Pro 3. Where are you going to be? You're going to be at Learn. Okay, you're going to be at Learn. You're going to go through the Learn guide, Team Heart Academy, which is training. So guys, this is training that's been put together for people between Pro 1 and Pro 3. Guys, sorry, I don't know why it won't let me go in now. This is Team Heart course. So, okay, there we go. Now I'm in there. So this is the training, guys, for between Pro 1 and Pro 3. Look at all the stuff you can look at here. Amazing training. Then the Team Heart weekly course. So it tells us here. So let's say you've got a new distributor join from the UK. You can come in here. Okay, the training is on a Monday night at 8:30 UK time. There's the Zoom to join. And if you want to watch previous trainings, let's say you love Lisa Panton and you love her training style, you can actually go in here and it gives you previous trainings that was done by the UK. Okay, the same with us. Our trainings will now be on here every week. So if you miss a training, we no longer will be uploading it into our team page. It's going to come here straight under Learn, weekly calls, and you click under here and it's going to give you the latest training. Last night's training is about to get uploaded on there. Okay, so upcoming events just tells you about events coming up and then current promotions. Now lead school, so lead is Pro 3 and above. So let's have a look what happens here. I can't show you because you've got to log in. So anyway, when you log in here, it takes you into this amazing bunch of training and different systems and stuff, and you'll see when you get in there. And then tools, guys, LifeVantage overview. So please go take some time and go click on each of these. This overview is our webinar for Australia. So I'll just show you quickly. I'm going to play you this 3-minute video that's at the front of our webinar. I hope you can see it well.
We live in an age where we are more connected than ever, yet less connected than ever. The pressures of the day-to-day life wear on us. Endless to-do lists, changing political climate, division, strife, stress, going to work just to afford a lifestyle, all while feeling empty, unfulfilled, bored, and, well, hopeless. We knew there had to be a better way. A way to ignite the heart inside of a person again. Help them rediscover their potential to impact the world for the better. That's where we come in. We are Team Heart, a community of like-minded individuals whose mission is to positively touch people's lives with care, love, acceptance, and mentorship, reestablishing hope when lost, and helping individuals and families unlock their truest potential financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Over the last 6 years, Team Heart's founders have led teams to over $300 million in sales, creating hundreds of full-time and six-figure success stories while transforming the health of over 500,000 people. And now, partnered with LifeVantage, the vision is crystal clear. Together, we will build a global, united community of 1 million users of Protandem and LifeVantage's cutting-edge, scientifically backed products, helping people feel better, look better, and perform better today. We empower and foster leaders, creating radical financial transformations and lasting life experiences. Our culture is all heart, helpfulness, entrepreneurship, appreciation, respect, and training. Our philosophy is that everyone matters and everything matters. Being led by the golden rule, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, background, or performance, everyone is accepted and everyone is loved. So no matter who you are, where you are right now in your life, you have a place here in Team Heart. Integrity is the foundation of any successful culture. Doing the right thing and holding the highest standards of excellence in all that we do. We create champions, winners, doers, and heart-driven leaders. And of course, we know education is the foundation for all personal success. Education is knowledge, and knowledge is power. The only way to change a life is to help one transform their mindset and give them the education to grow. We invite you to take a further look into Team Heart and LifeVantage. Learn more on how we can begin to make your life better today.
Welcome to this LifeVantage webinar hosted by Team Heart Australia. My name is Karen Andrews and I will be your host for today.
So guys, how cool is that? From that video, it goes straight into our webinar. So you can now send that to a prospect. They get to know a little bit about LifeVantage and Team Heart. And that's what most people want to know is where's the support going to come from? So Team Heart is a crucial part of that. 33 minutes and there's a beautiful webinar. So guys, I'm going to stop here because we've gone a little bit over time, but I want to encourage you to go and have a look through this website, please, from A to Z. Make sure you're familiar with it. Start using it. Start changing your systems and methods of what you use right now so that we can make this duplicatable and we can make it as easy as possible for every new distributor. So shout if you have any questions. If you click on a link or something, or you find a spelling mistake, or you click on a link and it's not working, let us know, please. We'll fix it up. If you've got a great video or something that you think maybe it should be added in there, let us know as well. We can do that. But for now, I guess it's sort of over and out. Last reminder is if you haven't opted in for the February Blitz, please do so. Send us a message so we can add you to that group that's launching tomorrow. And yeah, I'll wrap it up there. G, have you got anything else to add? Or Karen, or Una, or Brandon, or Kim?
No, it's all good. Thanks.
All good? Okay, guys, thanks so much. So we'll wrap it up there and we'll see you
Guys.
on Friday. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. How exciting.
Thanks, Charlotte.
See you
Thanks,
soon.
G.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thanks.